So let's talk about Rebel Moon. Coming from a huge Zack Snyder fan, I love all of his movies. This film just didn't hit it for me. I was really disappointed. So the first 30 to 40 minutes was actually really good. And I said to myself, why are the critics review bombing this? This is actually really good. I really like this. It's a simple plot and really close to Star Wars, but so far so good. But then, yes, it fell off so bad. It felt like half the story was missing. The script was so messy after those 30 to 40 minutes. Honestly, it just seemed like jump cuts to next scenes. It was not good at all. Even Zack Snyder himself said a lot of the plot was missing because Netflix really wanted it to be catered towards a wider audience. And they said it's going to be saved for the director's cut, which I wish they would have released a full movie like right away. Like, I'm really confused why he always needs a director's cut. I really love the guy, but I don't know why he always needs a director's cut. So the entire movie was centered around the main protagonist, Korra, but it really failed to connect me with any other character in the entire show. Now, Tarak, I think that's how you say his name, seemed quite interesting from the trailers, but he was only in a few scenes, and in each scene, he didn't really have any dialogue. There's only one significant scene in it with the hippogriff type thing, and that was pretty much his entire role in the whole movie. It was as if the characters were introduced and then sidelined shortly after they had a few dialogue scenes just to fill up the runtime. Most of the film was spent trying to get people to join the resistance, but by the end of the film, none of the characters used their unique abilities that Korra specifically went out to search for. And everyone felt exactly the same with the same dull personality, which was really boring. Essentially, the formula of this movie was hop on a new planet, recruit a new character, and then the exposition was done, and then they go on to the next and repeat this over and over and over again. It's really sad when the most interesting character in the entire movie was a droid that just suddenly disappeared after the first act. This is actually the first time where I don't understand the slow motion scenes. I feel like in a lot of past movies, Zack Snyder does really use it a lot, but I feel like a lot of the moments really makes sense for slow motion, and this time he just did it way too much. I just really want to get straight to the point, and I wanted fast-paced fighting scenes, but he just kept doing slow motion after slow motion after slow motion, and one fight scene that could have been like 10 seconds long was dragged out to like 3 minutes. It was crazy. The best way I can describe how the scenes were CapCut editors from TikTok. It was slow motion, then a speed ramp, then a zoom in, then slow motion, then a speed ramp, and so on. It's like, it literally did feel like CapCut editors. Obviously not the same quality. I mean, this is like a $100 million movie, but it had the same feeling in my brain. It felt like a fan edit. Like I'm sorry, it's just weird. Slow motion always has a purpose in storytelling and trying to convey a certain tone, but this time it just had me checking my phone many times because it didn't make sense on why they added slow motion. And yes, there were slow motion scenes of rice grains falling to the ground. Yes, that's actually a scene. In terms of CGI and green screen, it was very inconsistent. The background always looked like it was something from like the 70s. It was so 2D, and it was really hard to be immersed in the film because of how bad it looked. I do have to give props to the VFX team though, because there were certain scenes that looked amazing, especially with the droid and some ship scenes, but overall it was very inconsistent and some scenes looked very outdated. And this is probably just a product of deadlines because Zack Snyder's movies, Man of Steel had better CGI than this, and that's 10 years old. I believe this film had a lot of potential, but it was just executed very poorly. I hope that the second film redeems itself, but it's probably unlikely, but I'm still excited for the second film. Now, do I recommend this film? Well, if you're a Zack Snyder fan, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. There are certain moments that are amazing, and I really have hope that this universe will be successful in the future, just not right now. On the other hand, if you do not like Zack Snyder, I would not recommend it. You're going to 100% waste your time. You're going to be actually mad after, to be honest. So do not waste your time. Do not watch this film if you don't like Zack Snyder or anything he's ever created or directed. Well, that was it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to do more reviews in the future. Please subscribe. I do unboxing videos on this channel too and gaming videos. So I will see you guys in the next video.